Hey guys, it's Corey from Team Pyramid, and we're doing another deck profiling for the Krawler archetype. On our Flare Cardine video, we actually had a request from one of our subscribers, Sean Largus, to do an insect deck. Funnily enough, I was building Krawler. So to start off with, there is one card I'm thinking of siding in to putting into the deck, Verdant Sanctuary, and we'll discuss that later. So starting off, we've got Krawler Axon, running 3 of, because it's easier that way. All crawlers have the same effect at the end, which is if it leaves the field because of the opponent's card effect, you can special summon 2 crawler monsters with different names from your deck in face down defense position, except crawler, the named crawler, and you can only use each effect of the type of crawler once per turn. The rest of them have flip effects. So action here is to target one spell or trap in the field and destroy when it flips up. So it gives you a little bit of that spell control. Next up is Krawler Dendrite. All the monsters I'm running 3 ofs at the moment as well. Dendrite is you can send one monster from your deck to the graveyard. Really handy since all the crawlers can be activated from the deck with the from the graveyard from the extra deck stuff. So we'll get to that later as well. Also sets up for one of the other crawlers who can take them from the graveyard back to hand and special summon from the graveyard. Speaking of which, we have Krawler Glyle. When he can special summon one monster from your hand or graveyard and face up attack or face down defense. Again, it's really handy. It recurs them, creates that bit of tension for your opponent to attack them, especially when you have Krawler Spine, which we'll get to soon. Next up is Receptor. He gets to add 1 from the deck to your hand. It's about the only draw power in the deck so far. I'm looking into cards that can be used to maximise that potential. Otherwise, again, special summon 2 crawlers, which is the other nice thing from them. They're always profiting you that extra 1 monster for 1. Ranvier is 2 crawlers from your graveyard, add them to your hand. It's a good way to recycle. Not always the best option, but good if you're running low or not running 3 of every single crawler in the deck. Spine, he's your main one, gets to destroy an enemy's monster. They attack it, flips up, destroy that monster, or destroy another bigger monster in the field that you can see as a bigger threat. A nice removal. Other than that, he's also your highest defense. Next up, World Legacy, World Armor. If you can get this out, it gets you your spell card or your trap card. Not much else to say about him. Good attack, good defense, good all-rounder, but it's purely to get the field, saving you needing to do things like terraforming and whatnot. You could probably replace him for terraforming for the same effect, but you can't get the trap card in that case. Also, to get him to special summon, it has to flip summon, so you really need the destruction to happen or removal from field one of your crawler monsters. Next up, everyone's favourite, Ghost Ogre Snow Rabbit. Same as always, removes cards when it's been activated for its effect, or a spell trap card that's been activated for its effect. Into the spells, we have Twin Twister, 2 ofs, standard sort of affair there. Discard 1 card, target 2 spells, destroy them. Good if there's anything in the back you're worried of before playing anything, or things that are a bit of a issue to get over. Next is World Legacy and Shadow. All crawler monsters in the field gain 300 attack, defense. Once per turn, you can special summon 1 level 2 or lower insect monster from your hand face up or face down defense position. Good way to get a quick X crawler, which are all the extra deck ones, or just a second crawler summon for the sake of it. So also, if looking at other insect monsters, there are some insects that may go into the deck as well to help bolster it, give it other unique abilities, but it's checking what can work. Next is Wormbait, which is if you control an insect monster, special summon 2 worm tokens, and you cannot special summon anything 3 or 4. That's what's written on the card. However, I'm sure it's been errated, and now it's just anything that's level 3 or higher cannot be special summoned, which means you can still access rank if you have 3 or 4s on the field. The best thing about it is the X crawlers themselves Aside from the big boss monster of the deck, the other two require only insects or earth, so that covers both. Next up we have Gross Strict Scare, which is a good way to cancel out the destruction cards. So they play Dark Hole, Regeki, all your things are face down, use that, flip them all face up, get their fix, and then you're getting a profit of between 2 and 4 monsters easily in your second turn. The rest of the effect of the card matters not. Got a small part of the Solemn Brigade, Strike and Warning, so just your standards. We have World Legacy Pawn. This is the other one specific to the Crawlers. Target face down, change it to face up attack or defense position. You can also then choose to face down one instead. However, you can only use one World Legacy Pawn effect per turn, and only once that turn. So sometimes it's not bad just to flip it face up to get the effect before the end of your turn or before you've even done a battle phase. It gets a quick attack in there. Then on the opponent's start of their turn, put something back in the deck, shuffle it before battle, get the effect again if they haven't already tried to destroy them. Really strong ways to do a bit of board control, which seems to be the main aspect of the deck. I did miss out on the field card when they battle, and I think it's... I'm sorry about this. Yes, so when a flip monster is destroyed by battle, you can send that monster to the graveyard as well. Sent is great because it stops anything that cannot be destroyed, cannot be targeted, etc. So you're getting rid of them if they choose to try and defend from it. Next up is the finally our extra deck, starting with the boss monster, Qualiarch. I'm sure someone's got a better answer for that one. Requires 2 crawler monsters, left, right down and right down links. If this face up card is destroyed by battle or leaves the field because of opponent's card effect, you get 2 crawlers from different names in your graveyard and special summon them face down defense position. It's a great way to do a bit of recurrence. If you've got in the field, they attack it, you get your profit. There's no way to for them to get anything out of that. And if they try and destroy it, again, it leaves the field, so it's really hard for them not to allow you to get something from that. And if you have things like Spine in the deck, you can get, or in the graveyard, you can get him back in. So if they attack that, they already know they're losing another monster. It's a great way to give that extra bit of control. And sometimes you will just summon out one of the X-crawlers because it's a better option than not. He also has 3 follow-up effects, which is based on the number of crawler monsters you have. 2 or more, all monsters you control gain 300 attack and defense. 4 or more, your opponent cannot activate card and effects during the battle phase. And 6 or more, your monsters can attack directly. It's a really straightforward attack. You'll generally be able to one-shot things at that point because you should have the other extra deck cards, such as here, Neurogos. Any crawler monsters he points to gains 300 attack and defense, cannot be destroyed by battle, and if they battle your opponent's monster, any battle damage they inflict to your opponent is doubled. Again, if destroyed by battle or removed from field, then you get the effects. The best way to utilise these these two specifically, Neurogos and Synapsis, is have both of them pointing at each other. Then they both cannot be destroyed by battle, and they're both getting a 300 attack and 300 defense. Plus, if you have the boss, there you go, that's like 600 damage extra. Synapsis gives them a second attack on monsters during each battle phase, and if it's face up, destroy their battle, 2 from the graveyard. So that's crawlers at the moment. Again, a few things I will look at, other engines to try and get out things, looking for a bit of draw power, and we'll see where it goes from there.
Before the video ends, I do want to make you aware, obviously I've just looked up the history or the design of crawlers because as you were doing the profile I was looking at the pictures of the actual monsters. And according to what the Yu-Gi-Oh station has said obviously about the design of them, they're actually the enemies of the World Chalice, which is why they work really well with the World Chalice cards, and they're based on the human nervatory system. So that's pretty cool.
So that'll be why it's like spine and likes and receptor.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. A little bit of extra knowledge from a deck profiling video. And that's everything in this deck and this video. So take care and catch you all.